Here. There's one squeak out of you, bird brain. It'll be a permanent bye. You got that?
Why don't you pick on someone your own size, Kelly?
Oh, well, Patterson. We've been waiting for you. Ronnie Turner, keep near.
Leave her alone, Lou.
We voted and the bitch goes.
Not while I'm here, she doesn't.
You changed easy.
You're off your face, Kelly. I'm not the lag.
Like hell,
You're leaving her alone. She's pregnant.
Hey? Yeah. You want to kill my kid too?
Mechanical too. Well, we could certainly use that.
Well, then I'm hired.
Oh, well, no, not quite. But hopefully with a little pushing, we can cut the inevitable red tape to a minimum.
Good. Well, the sooner the better.
One more thing. I can understand why you want a job away from your own profession at the moment, but I would need some sort of guarantee that I won't be looking for a replacement after a couple of months.
Mrs. Morris, I promise you I won't run away. A year, okay?
Well, this is a woman's prison. You'll need to be constantly on your toes, especially with your looks.
I know what you mean. I've been there. It's a bit of an occupational hazard around the hospital, but I've learnt my lessons.
Well, I still think you don't know what you're in for, but I'm certainly willing to give you a try.
Oh, thanks. Well, you won't regret it.
And now, hang on. There's still the department security check yet, but I'm sure there'll be no problem there.
Oh, that's great. I know this might be asking a bit much, but I'd really love to have a look around the place.
Right. I'll take you myself and make sure you see the bad points as well as the good.
Are you still trying to scare me off?
Well, let's just say I'd hate to have you start and then find out in 2 days that it's not quite your style.
That won't happen. Believe me.
Oh, it's bull, Patterson.
Yeah, how'd you manage it?
How do you reckon? Bit hard to make it up, isn't it? She's 2 months gone.
Yeah, well, I say she's lying.
Oh, no. A phantom pregnancy. After all, she is the phantom lagger.
Yeah, well, I don't care what she's pulling. It doesn't change it.
Let me alone, you bitch! You hurt that baby, Lou, and you'll have the women down on you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, remember what happened with Nora's baby? Hell, Lou, it's a kid.
Okay, then prove it.
We wait 9 months.
All right, Patterson, prove it. Who and when?
Get out! I thought you were against laggers, Kelly.
This is different from you, know it. Now start talking, Patterson.
No bloody way!
She get him into trouble, Lou.
Well, it hasn't worried her up to now.
Get stuffed. Look, this is wasting time. Let's just ask a screw. If she's pregnant, they'll all know about it by
Yeah,
now.
Lou, I'll go and do it.
They don't know yet.
Yeah, I thought so. Come on, grab her!
No! Sister knows. Lexi had to pay her not to say anything.
Oh, pull the other one.
No, it's true. If the screws found out, will he be in heaps of trouble?
Yeah, not to mention making us suffer through tougher security.
It sounds damn fishy to me.
She can enjoy breathing a bit longer while we check it out, Patterson.
Gee, thanks.
Come on. Let's get going before Slattery comes.
You take good care of her. I'd hate anything to happen to her.
It won't. I'll make sure of that.
Hell, I wonder who she had it off with.
It's never going to work.
Of course it will. Just don't be so negative.
But I couldn't even convince Sister Hall I was sick. How the hell am I going to talk her into saying I'm pregnant?
Well, you just got to understand. It's your only hope.
Well, now you've seen the place, you're still as keen to have the job?
I've got one worry.
Huh? What's that?
That I'll get lost in that maze of corridors.
Well, if that's all, I think I'd phone the department straight away.
Oh, thanks. I hate being kept in suspense.
I'll let you know the minute I find out.
That's great. Well, thanks again, Mrs. Morris.
Come in.
Sorry to interrupt.
Mervyn, what perfect timing. I need some help.
Oh, of course.
I'm going to change this office around. Give it a new look so that when Anne comes back, it'll all be fresh and different.
What would you like me to do?
Well, I think the first thing I'd like is the desk to be moved right down near the window so that we can get more light.
Right.
Oh, Mervyn,
Oh, sorry.
stop it.
An idiot.
Oh,
Let me
my
help you.
gosh, look at your requisitions.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Mrs. Morris. I tried to phone.
Are you the acting governor?
Yes, I am. Who are you?
Moran. Obviously, the department didn't tell you I'd be here today.
No, they didn't. Well, what can I do for you?
I'm the new governor.
Oh, come on. I mean, all you could do is say yes if anyone asks if I'm expectant. It's nothing.
It's ridiculous. Now off you go.
Look, it's just a bit of a lark. I mean, it's not going to hurt no one, is it?
Look, I'm glad you found some harmless fun for a change, but I have neither the time nor the inclination to be part of it. Am I getting through?
Yeah.
Mind you, if I were asked, they wouldn't get a yay or an A anyway. We don't hand out any information from patient files.
Oh, really?
Go.
Oh, thanks. You're okay, you know that?
Just as well you're in Wentworth, Patterson. You're really tempting fate with a story like that.
Spare me. I'd rather break a leg than have a kid.
Somebody at department is obviously not doing their job. It never entered my head you wouldn't be notified.
Well, I sometimes think they rather enjoy springing surprises on us.
Yes. One way of keeping the staff on their toes, I suppose.
If that's a subtle reprimand for the levity that was going on here a few minutes ago, I can assure you it's not usual procedure.
Don't misunderstand. I've been around the service long enough to realize that a little bit of levity can be a good thing occasionally, just so long as it doesn't interfere with the reason we're here.
I agree. Well, I must clear away my things.
Thank you. Anything major on at the moment?
Well, top of the list is the transfer of one of our inmates, Rita Connors.
I see.
Are you local or interstate?
Local. Trained at Barnhurst straight out of the army. Moved around a bit, but spent the last 4 years at Brendan as deputy governor.
This is your first time as governor?
Yes. And I'd like to be able to rely on your full cooperation as my deputy.
That goes without saying.
Thank you. I realize it can't be too easy for you. The department spoke so highly of you, I wondered why they hadn't given you the job.
I didn't apply.
I see. This Connors, troublemaker?
Well, we have reason to believe she organised an outside attack on one of our officers last night.
Last night? You put in the recommendation this morning. Bit quick, isn't it? No definite proof.
Miss Ferguson is convinced she was behind it, and I believe her. Connors has a violent record.
Interesting. Let's find out the facts first, Mrs. Morris. Cancel the transfer order and let's have her in right now.
Hey, Lou, I was thinking. Well, I reckon Lexi's all wind about bribing Sister Hall. What could she give her?
3 cheers for Lurch. Yeah, what do you say to that, Egbert? All in the Boy George posters, eh?
Lexi gave her the money from the clothes she sold.
Oh, how could she do that? She can't get her hands on it.
It's easy. You authorise somebody else to go and get it for you.
Oh, cut the crap, Egbert. Hall's too straight.
And so's Lexi. She's not the lagger.
Change the record, will you?
I think it's about time you checked it out, Lou.
You telling me how to do my job?
No, it's just that the longer Patterson's allowed to run free, the more chance she has to drop a few more notes.
Yeah. Bitch. Take over here, will you?
Oh?
And if you're lying, Egbert, you better start saying your prayers.
So what's this new geezer like? You'll find out soon enough.
I'm wearing a bloody track to that office.
Well, you've only got yourself to blame.
Like hell.
Hey, get out of my stuff! Thomas, get out of here!
What about her? She's got no bloody right in here.
I'm sorry.
She is sharing your cell.
Since when?
Since I authorised it.
Well, so what? She's still got no right to stuff around in my things.
Please, I'm sorry. I really am. There was nothing to do here. I didn't think you'd mind.
Well, now you know.
Wait out in the corridor, Connors.
Glad to. Let's make sure the Lamington lady here knows the score.
The women have very little to call their own. Tends to make them very possessive.
Yes, I can see that. Don't worry. I certainly won't do it again.
Look, if you get bored, you can always apply to work.
Yes, well, I think about it, but right now I'd rather be on my own for a while.
Well, if you change your mind, just tell an officer.
Yes, I will. Thank you.
G'day.
Heavens, Kelly, must you? What do you want?
I just came to get the dirty linen.
What's over there?
Well, there's a rumour going around that Patterson's up the duff. Is that right?
Ask Patterson.
Oh, I wouldn't believe half the stuff she says. I figured you'd know.
You figured right, but what's in my files is between my patients and